Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, Kerbal. We are back with Kerbal Space Program, Episode 3. We last left off with the Greenstone 1.5 and the contract to make orbit. So what we're going to do is we're going to warp to the next morning. Whee! And there it is, next morning. We're going to pull out the Greenstone 1.5, and I do believe... Oh, no, we've already made orbit. Alright, well, shame on me. Science data from space around Kerbal and explore the moon. Fly by the moon. Return to Kerbal from a flyby of the moon. Well, that's easy enough. I did install PorkJet's parts pack, the revamp of some of his older, or some of the older rocket parts. Because reasons. I wanted to see what they were. So we're going to load up the Greenstone 1.5. Since this has batteries, we should be able to go as far as the moon. Now what I am going to do is I'm going to put a safety catch in here. This one battery will remain uncharged, or what's the word I'm looking for? Pardon me, guys. I have a cold right now. This battery will not transfer its charge to the ship. So, if I do run out of electric charge from these, I have an emergency amount for emergency maneuvers. So, what we're going to do is strictly fly by the moon. But I want to be sure that I know what I'm doing, where I'm going, how I'm getting there. Trekking station upgrade required for flight, and so we're going to upgrade this and this. Now, what that does is it allows me to place maneuver nodes and stuff like that. I suppose at this point I should see I can pick up. No, I shouldn't. Not for the amount I want. So Greenstone 1.5, since Val was the first into orbit, we're going to send Jeb. Of course not. So we are 8 parts over. Which 8 parts can I get rid of? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can't get rid of the batteries. 1, 2, 3. Am I? No, 4 parts over. Okay, well that makes it a little easier. And that's why. Now, all of a sudden, we're good. That shouldn't affect us too much. There's Jeb. Alright, and 3, 2, 1, stage. Oh boy. That is one heck of a... Yeesh. That's alright. I'm having issues. Here we go. Issues indeed. This was an untested craft, and it suffered a lot from the lack of SAS control or RCS control, and the fact that I am sick and I'm just not on top of my game today. I do apologize. I did end up doing a staging test and was, messing around, having a little bit of fun. But that's all stuff you've seen before, and I did revert at the end. It is an untested craft. I don't feel overly bad about this. Wow. Okay, so these upgraded engines actually, when they upgrade, and these upgraded engines actually are like orders of magnitude better. So we need a better system, or I need to rethink the next bit. Well, first things first, I really like these parts the way they look, so we're going to put those on. Secondly, I do need to put batteries back on. This time I'm only going to put 2 on. Why only 2? Because I honestly don't think I'm going to need 4. I don't recall ever needing that many. So we're going to puts me at 28. Very slow takeoff. I really can't put any more parts on here, and I did lose control. I don't have SAS, so we're just going to have to put up with it, keep my launch appropriately. Oh, here it goes. Overall, I was happy with this launch. Though it wasn't my most efficient, I was able to get past my SAS issues by going higher in the atmosphere. This allowed me to maneuver on that sharp turn that you just saw. It ended up not being enough to make the contract, though. We've got a 16-second burn that we're going to start burning at 8 seconds. Or node in T-minus 8 seconds. And we're going to burn through the apoapse. So we're going to start halfway. By the time we hit T-minus 0 seconds to the node, we should be halfway through our burn. That's the theory. Whether or not we have enough fuel to go to the mun is unknown. Should. Well, we would if we had the LB909. Should be able to straight shot it. Do I have to be perfect on it? Nope. Alright, hey, look at that. Close. Alright. I demand perfection. Slow down the burn. Alright, good enough. That puts us at 106 and 110. Alright, so that's not the best. But it won't be until I get into the stuff we want. Now, what I'm doing is I'm kind of eyeballing it, and I'm trying to get maybe about a slice of pie's worth. Alright, and that should give me, yep, look at that. A Moner flyby. Check that out. Except for we need 2 settings. Patch conics limit. Oh no, I want there. And then this one, can I change it to relative? What should that get me? Ah, yeah, that's better. That's what I'm used to seeing. This is default stuff, but there we go. So basically, there we go. That's good enough. We are only after the Moner flyby. Now, can we get science? Pressure data. Yes. Yes, we can. We're going to attempt to keep all this. Jebediah will... No, we're going to have to broadcast this. Crap. Well, it is what it is. I don't think we're going to have enough fuel. Not for that. Well, we'll just do the science in orbit around Kerbal. That is all we can do. Alright, well, mystery goods are useless. Well, after some standard science gathering, fast forwarding until I had a stable comms connection, and a fairly standard re-entry procedure, the mission itself, I believe, went fairly well for I gather science from orbit. Alright, so what do we got? $83 science. Is that enough to get anything out of here? Yes, it is. Is it enough to get the really, really nice stuff? Well, it's a start. Alright, next one is going to be... this one. It's alright. We got another LV series thrust upgrade. If I read that right. That's cool. Alright, well, we've got the LV909 now. That makes a big difference. Here, we will show you the difference. We are going to pull you off. 1. LV909, mass 0.9 tons. The 45 is 1.5 tons. It's a little over half the weight. Gone. ISP in vacuum is 340. A swivel, 315. That's a large difference. LV909 thrust is only 80 newtons, kilonewtons. That's okay, because we don't need a lot. In fact, what we had was overkill. This is much more preferable. And I think, for the sake of actually completing this mission to go to the moon, we are going to use this fuel tank. No, we're not. We're going to use that fuel tank. Yep. And we're going to use the Terrier. We're going to use some science. Just a bit. There we go. Just like that. And we're gonna need a bigger antenna. For the longer range. Alright, there you go. Take that. Batteries. Naturally, because we're going to the moon. There. Alright. Here's hoping. Still no reaction wheels or RCS. Still no space tape. So we're going to use our launcher that we have been using. And we're going to attempt to go to the moon. Or do a lunar flyby. Lunar flyby. Here's hoping. There. And launch. Oh! Since it was a significant change. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Well, at this point, you guys have seen a couple of these. You're going to see tons more of these. I figure I'll skip past the launch, or at least fast forward through it. It was shallower than I liked. That's why I'm a fireball going up. But it is what it is. I made it to orbit. No damage was done. 95411. Good enough. Where's the moon? There's the moon. So, next orbit, we should get A Munner flyby. And naturally, if I was going to stick with that, we'd be kicked around a lot. I'm not going to stick with that. Don't need to. We're just doing a flyby. I am just looking for this. Okay. Oh. How are we looking as far as electric charge goes? Reasonable. We are looking reasonable. Oh, I don't know why I'm getting this drift between my maneuver and my nose. Not a clue. It drives me nuts. But, whatever. And look at that. And just enough time to... 3, 2, 1, burn. 40-second burn. We're going to divide my maneuver in half. So at the 20-second mark, I should be about halfway done with my burn. Look at that. And there it is, with enough fuel altogether. That is the difference between, that is the difference in one engine. That is, what was it? This is 340 ISP versus the 310. That little bit of an ISP difference makes a lot of difference out here in vacuum. So now, we take a look at our electric charge, plenty of electric charge. What we are going to do is we are going to shut the electric charge off on the pod. That way, we have the electric charge on re-entry. Let's just extend this, because, yeah. Observe mystery go. Anything good? Nope. What about pressure data? Nope. Log the temperature? Nope. Alrighty. Well, here comes the fun part. We're going to warp about here. Now we're going to do some science. Because we're in high orbit. Oh yeah. That's got me a bit nervous. See, mystery goo got me. Alright. I think we're good for one more mystery goo anyway. We'll have to do that. go. There it is. I do believe we are in the moon's SOI. Look at that. So, observe this mystery goo, and look at that science that we're not gonna get. Well, poop on you. What we got for barometer? Blood pressure data. 15 science. Temperature? 10 science. Crew report? 13 science. Well, at least we get all of this. Transmit that. Wow. Oh, wait a minute here. Where's Kerb? Ooh. Well. We can still... We can hope. Still can't EVA. But that's okay. We're going to fast forward through our flyby now that we've got our science from our flyby. Okay. Now, let's see here. Transmit science. I am terrified as to what that's going to do to me. Well, that'll be 27 science. What does this give me? 18 science, 8 minutes. What about the mystery goo? 21 science. So it seems this is going to give us the most science. Well, let's hope it doesn't kill my battery. Nope, we're good. All right. You know what I forgot to do? Shame on me. Oh, yeah, look at that. That is why. That's a little much. this way. There we go. Okay. Alright. We are coming down at a very, very fast pace. To kick that out. Another standard re-entry. I do want to let you guys know that I go polar like that when decoupling my service module, as so it doesn't swing back around and hit me. I've had that happen a couple times with the new aerodynamics. But otherwise, another safe and sound re-entry. Giving us a total of 182 science. Meaning we can take... We have this one. Where is... Yep, this one. And this one. And this will be the next one. Specifically because it's got some parts that I need or would like to have for when I get to here. I use this pod. I have what I call the Osiris. And we will get to use the Osiris. I will build it for you on this episode, or not this episode, but this series. You will get to see my Osiris. Landing, I don't really need anything from yet. We still have a bunch of stuff we need to get. Unfortunately, it looks like if I want landing, I need to either get this or this. And I think this is going to be more useful to me than this. So, but it's looking like if I want this, I need this as well. So, let us choose that. Then the next batch of science will help me unlock this. And then we'll be able to go from there. But I think that will have to do for today. Until next time, I will catch you later.